Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be doing page 3 of the 433A and how IRS takes a deep dive onto their financial statements. So anyway, I worked at IRS for a decade. I've been private practice for 4 decades. I'm an expert in IRS tax resolution matters. Other than to say, if you need me, you can call me. Anyway, you can see me in a coat and tie, and you can see all my videos. I've been on national TV a lot. You can look at my videos at 777irs.com, and you can see me and my team. Just go to my webpage, and you can see all that. So I do these videos for 3 reasons, so you don't get ripped off. It gets you good information about IRS today. I'm going to give you insider information. Helps you make a decision and educates you. I don't do a lot of yah-yah bull stuff in 5 minutes. I'll tell you everything you need to know. So I've already done page 1 and page 2. I should tell you the 433A series of Internal Revenue Services, the IRS financial statements. The 433F is used by the Service Center. You call them the 1-800 number. The 433A OIC is used by the Offer and Compromise Group. If you're going to file an offer, it's a lot more detailed. But the revenue officer and the mainstay and the best teaching tool for you is for me to go over the 433A page 3 today. So with that, let me go ahead and move around some things so I can go ahead and pull up page 3. And I'm trying to do deep dives for you so you understand as an agent, okay, what I am looking for. Let me just move this around. Okay, so I'm on page 3. You should pause this video and pull up page 3 right now. The 433A, nothing, no other numbers, the 433A. Now that you have it up, let's go, and you will find out on page 3 we are going to be talking about the personal asset information for individuals, foreign and domestic. It's continued. So as an agent, I've already got a perception of page 1 and 2, what you have, your bank account information. Do you own stocks? What do you own? So now as I go ahead and I morph into page 3, it starts out on section 4. I'm getting your personal information as far as your assets go. Very important. IRS is focusing on 2 things. I always want you to remember this. They're focusing on your assets and they're focusing on your income and expenses. Only 2 things IRS really gives a crap. All the other stuff's just the story of them. So as I go to page 3, section 4, I'm now looking at real property. If you don't have any, you got to write none. If you leave it blank, IRS thinks you have something, so you have to write none if you don't have any. IRS is looking now at the descriptions of the properties you have, and they're looking at really what they want to know. Is there any equity here? So you may say, well, you're going to put down current market value. How does IRS know? IRS can get that information off the computer. They can go to realtor.com, zillow.com. They're not really accurate, but they're close enough. IRS can also do a Google Earth on the property. They could see comps in the area. So IRS is going to have a good idea on what your real property is worth. Now, you may have a piece of property, it needs a new roof, the pool's cracked, the deck's bad, something's wrong with the driveway. Those will diminish the value, but I'm going to have a good idea, so you want to make sure IRS understands that. If you're putting this down and you know the price of Zillow says your home is worth $400 and you're only putting $300, you may want to put a little note on the bottom or under somewhere in there, put a little asterisk, let them know you've attached a real value or a sheet from a realtor that says your property really isn't worth that much. IRS is looking at personal vehicles. They don't do much with them. They just want to make sure you are living within your means. IRS has a national standards, which they allow for you to have car payments. If you're not sure what they are, go to IRS National Standards. Google this, IRS National Standards for car expenses. They're going to tell you what your car is, what they will allow for your car. I think IRS allows a car payment of $590. So if you got $700 or $800, you're spending $300 a month over, and IRS may want that money, just so you know. So IRS is going to pull up values. You know, It used to be where IRS would squeeze every value. When I was there, we'd seize the cars. They don't really do that anymore. All they're making sure here is you don't have excess vehicles that'll ask you to sell and you're living within your means. That's all they really care there. So don't get upset. Now, your personal assets, like your furniture, your personal assets, and all that stuff, most people, if I was a former agent and I'd go inside your house, or if I had a yard sale for your house, I'd get $2,000. So, if you have more, you got to list more. But the normal person can put $2,000, because if I were to just take all my junk here, even though I got nice stuff, sell it in a garage sale, that's all I'm going to get. That's what IRS is looking for. However, if you have special artworks, personal effects, jewelry, coin collections, you really have to list those. Now, how can IRS check? Just doing a little insider information. I could go to your insurance policy and pull up your riders and find out if you got other assets. Your riders on your homeowner's insurance will show more. So I'm just giving you a little tip. But anyway, if you just have your normal stuff, a couple $1,000s will do. IRS isn't interested in your wedding ring values. But if you do have any artwork or coin collections or antiques that are special, you do really have to list them. But the end of the day, there may be a piece of antique furniture that's worth $10,000, and you stick it on the yard sale, and you only get a couple $100s for it. You just want to be fair, but if you're just looking at that value, a couple $1,000s is really good enough there. So anyway, that ends page 3 of the 433. I'm trying to do insights. You may want to look at the whole series because I don't want to do them all in one series. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. If you want to use me, you can. If you don't, you don't. Give me a subscription, though. I really appreciate subscriptions. Thank you very much.